Hey everyone, today's it is about when you die in front of him. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. Let's get going. You and Bakugo have been together for a long time now, having gone through thick and thin with each other. The two of you have been through countless battles, facing off against villains and other dangerous foes. But you had always come out on top, together. Your relationship had grown stronger with each passing day, and you knew that Bakugo loved you deeply, even if he didn't always show it. One day, you and Bakugo were out on a mission together. It was a routine mission, nothing too dangerous or difficult, or so you thought. You were tasked with taking down a group of petty thieves who had been causing trouble in the city. It was supposed to be a quick and easy job, but things quickly took a turn for the worse. As you and Bakugo were chasing down one of the thieves, he suddenly turned around and pulled out a gun. Before you could even react, he fired a shot that hit you square in the chest. You fell to the ground, your vision going blurry as you struggled to stay conscious. Bakugo, you gasped out, trying to reach out for him. Help me. Bakugo's eyes widened in horror as he saw you fall to the ground. He quickly rushed over to your side, cradling your head in his lap as he desperately tried to stop the bleeding. Lion, don't you dare die on me. He growled, his voice filled with anger and desperation. You're not allowed to leave me. You tried to speak, but the pain was too much, and all you could manage was a weak whimper. Bakugo's face twisted in anguish as he watched you suffer, tears streaming down his face. Don't worry, Lion, he whispered, his voice barely audible. I'll save you. I'll make sure you're okay. He scooped you up in his arms and started running, his eyes scanning the area for any sign of help. He didn't care who saw him, who heard him, or what anyone thought of him. All that mattered was you. Finally, he saw the ambulance that was waiting outside for you, and he rushed towards them, calling out for their help. They quickly took over, whisking you away on a stretcher and rushing you to the hospital. Bakugo followed closely behind, his heart pounding in his chest as he prayed for your survival. He was a wreck, pacing back and forth in the waiting room as he waited for news on your condition. Finally, a doctor emerged from the operating room, and Bakugo rushed over to him, demanding to know how you were. The doctor's face was grave as he looked at Bakugo. I'm sorry, he said softly. We did everything we could, but her injuries were too severe. She didn't make it. Bakugo felt like as if his world had come crashing down around him. He couldn't believe what he was hearing. It didn't seem real. You couldn't just be gone. You couldn't have left him. He stumbled back, feeling as though he was going to be sick. For days, Bakugo was a mess. He barely ate or slept, spending all his time alone in the apartment. He didn't want to talk to anyone, didn't want to see anyone. All he could think about was you, and how much he missed you. It wasn't until a week later, when he was walking through the park, that he had heard your voice again. Bakugo, he whispered, and he stopped in his tracks, looking around wildly. It couldn't be possible. You were gone, but he heard your voice again, clearer this time. Bakugo, it's me, you said, and he turned around, his heart in his throat. And there you were, standing in front of him, looking as beautiful as ever. He couldn't believe his eyes, couldn't believe that you were really there. How is this possible? He asked, his voice shaking. You smiled at him, reaching out to take his hand. I don't know, but I'm here with you, and that's all that really matters. He didn't know what to say. He just stood there. holding your hand and looking into your eyes. For the next few days, you stayed by Bakugou's side, never leaving him alone. He didn't know how you had come back, and he didn't care. All that mattered was that you were with him again, and he wasn't going to let you go. But as the days went by, Bakugo started to notice that something was different about you. You seemed off. Your movements were slower, your speech more measured. You didn't eat or sleep like you used to, and he seemed distant at times, lost in thought. He tried to ignore it, to convince himself that everything was okay. And one day, when you were sitting on the couch together, he finally couldn't take it anymore. Lion, what's going on with you? Are you okay? Bakugo, I'm not, I'm not really here. I mean, I am, but I'm not alive. Not really. I'm a ghost, I guess. I came back to see you, but I can't stay. I have to go. No, you can't go. You can't leave me again. I cannot go through that again. I know, but I have to. It's not fair to you, or to me, to stay like this. It's not real and it's not living. Can't you just stay a bit longer? I can stay for a little while, but I can't stay forever. You have to let go of me, Bakugo, to let me rest, finally. Bakugo nodded, feeling as though his world was collapsing around him. He knew that you were right, but it didn't make it any easier. He had lost you once, and it was very hard for him, and now he was losing you again. He didn't want to even think about his reaction again. He spent the rest of the day with you, holding you close, and never wanting to let you go. He talked to you about everything and anything, telling you about his day, about his fears, and hopes for the future. Finally, when it was time for you to go, Bakugo held your hand tightly. He didn't want to say goodbye, didn't want to let go. I love you, he whispered, his voice breaking. You smiled at him, a warm and loving smile. I love you too, Bakugo, always. And with that, he faded away, leaving Bakugo standing there, alone and heartbroken once again. But he knew that you were at peace now, and that one day they would be reunited. Until then, he will hold onto the memory of you and the love that you shared. Thank you guys for listening. Hope you liked this video. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. Goodbye.